door at the very front of the train won't open because of the incompetence of the driver. He wasn't sure if his train would fit. Turns out, it did. We actually arrived early. We did. We arrived early. Considering I was dawdling along. Still looking out the windows. You get a quick neck. I am usually using a little one. I am used to a little one. Used to having switches where you can actually switch them and not switches that are just there for show. I like Train Sim Classic, and you know, I always used to say that if I had to do one sim and one sim only, it would be Train Sim Classic. After spending a long time away from it, I'm liking the audio. I like the fact that we can do these longer routes. It's just graphically now, it just seems to be lacking compared to Train Sim World, because you just get so used to the sharpness of Train Sim World. I almost think this sounds better than the Train Sim World version of the HST. Right, nearly done with the loading at Liskard. Right, Bodmin Parkway. Great for the environment, all that smoke. I think the IETs are certainly quicker at getting up to speed than these. But, you know, it's a 50-year-old engine, this thing. The fact they're still in service, and the fact that a lot of the ones from the UK are shipped out to South America to run, or continue running, shows the robustness of the design. So, Bodmin Parkway, Lostwithiel, Parr, St Austell, that's where the Train Sim World route starts. Then Truro, Redruth, Camborne, Hale, St Erth, Penzance, 60 miles away. Which is still going to take us another hour and a half to do 60 miles. Our average speed is going to drop dramatically down to like 45 miles an hour. Okay. It's going to be quite a hilly route as well. So got to keep your eye on the speed. So going down. Oh God, no, speeding. That's warning me of the upcoming speed limit change down to a 40. So we've seen, well, 2 trains go the other way so far, HST and a 166. How many more we'll see. Try and stay off the throttle. 2 trains. Trains times 2. Oh God, don't tell Ethan there's a caravan park there. He wanted to stay there on holiday. Right next to the main line. I'm surprised you haven't been looking at those places because you could, there's places where you can stay in railway carriages, aren't there, that have been converted to like B&Bs and stuff. I'm surprised Ethan hasn't already lined up like 34 of those. I've seen the odd one that's like an old bus that's parked up that you can rent. Right, 40 limit. Carrara, I'd love to go to Carrara. That is on my wish list, because obviously doing Roy Bridge up there would be quite cool as well. See, got out to 40. That was too quick, I think. Well, a video I watched this morning from Let's Make a Trip was doing the bus from Fort William to a van. God, that's a stunning bit of scenery. Bridge. It's definitely quite bridgy. So 4 and a bit miles to Bodmin Parkway, making our way down towards Penzance. Due there at 7:47. Our current ETA is 7:46. We're actually running ahead of time. That's why I'm not rushing to stick to the speed limit. Back to a 60 again. Yeah, you can now see why it's going to take a while. Because our average speed isn't that high. Train! Yep, that was definitely a train. So that's 3 we've seen. So he's downhill at the Bodmin Parkway. Well, yeah, it's because obviously the age of the track and it's quite undulating, so they're not really doing high speeds, which why it takes so long to cover such a short distance. A bit like driving in Cornwall. Shall we count the trains? How many trains can you see? There'll be a quiz at the end. One. Well, yeah, currently, yes. Okay, how many trains have you seen? There's always one in there. Three. No, wrong. Four, question mark. Well, yes, because this is one, and we've seen another three. That's four. Well, technically, we saw that unit without a thing on, crossing the bridge. Five, yeah. I don't think there are any at Plymouth I can see. Oh no, Ethan's the sort that just sits there and hopefully he doesn't get asked a question. He just tries to keep his head down and keep out of the way. He's never there anyway. He's only there about 20 minutes a week. Slowly down into Bodmin Parkway. Braking. More braking. Well, yeah, I've got to put up with him next Saturday on trains. He's like the Duracell bunny where you just put new batteries in him. Hey, that's not a bad stop. We have arrived at Bodmin Parkway. So, Lostwithiel, Parr, St Austell, Truro, Redruth, Camborne, Hale, St Earth, Penzance. Alight here for bus services to Bodmin, Weybridge and Padstow, and for Bodmin and Wenford Railway. I do like Padstow. Padstow is a bit like Brixham for me. Little fishing village, nice chip shops. Very commercialised now though. Rick Stein seems to own most of it. Quite done that with Brixham. Quite surprised by how busy St Ives was last Saturday. Very touristy. Oh yeah, expensive fish and chips as well. You know, no longer the old, old family-run proper fish and chip shop. No, it'd be Rick Stein's where you pay like £38.50 for cod and chips. Yeah, I like Dartmouth. Totnes is quite nice. I don't know if that's been commercialised as well. Right, Lostwithiel. Onwards, 3 and a bit miles due there at 7:53. Our ETA is currently 7:53. We're actually on time. This can't be right. .65 limit. Flat out, can't go any quicker. Slightly downhill, just giving us a bit of a boost. Coasting, save some diesel. So I can imagine filling one of these things up isn't cheap. I think this is one of those things where it's almost gallons to the mile, not miles to the gallon. You know, it's got two, I can't remember how big the engines were. They were quite large, 1500 horsepower diesel engines. So yeah. Imagine it holds a lot of fuel. Right, Lostwithiel is next. And we get that direction we saw to Penzance at like 60 miles. Well, that was in a straight line. We're doing a lot of zigzagging. So I was thinking, how the hell is it going to take us an hour and a half to do 60 miles? But the fact that we're zigzagging our way around Cornwall, that's why. I've never been to Lostwithiel. Can't remember it. Four tracks here. Obviously a busy bit of the line. Just used for sidings, maybe. Right, in we come to Lostwithiel. Palm tree singer in Torquay. A bit of stopping either. Oh, no, wrong one. That one. Is the back of the train on?